Shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this 100% truth. Double salutations to the Archeum out there, spreading this word in truth and sincerity, and shalom to the few Arquathium that be listening in today. I'm back at you with a quick little lesson entitled when the Motb comes, false prophets have some explaining to do. You know, because every day, each and every day, every week that goes by, every minute that goes by, we are getting closer and closer and closer to the prophecy of Revelation 13 and 16. We see this by the way of the CBDCs, you know, slowly, you know, you go to certain places now and you can't even pay by cash. You have to have a card, man. It has to be electronic money, okay? You have the devaluing of these FRNs, you know, the Federal Reserve notes. That's happening, okay? You have these cryptocurrencies, all right? So all of these things are leading to the Motb being implemented, man. And it's like as we're getting closer and closer to this prophecy being fulfilled, these other camps are switching up the doctrine, are trying to say how the Motb, basically saying the Motb is everything else except for what it actually is, man. So when that time comes, when the Motb is finally, fully in effect, these false prophets are going to have some explaining to do, man, because, and not only that, they're going to have a lot of blood in their hands, because there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to take the Motb because their so-called leader said how, oh, the Motb is sin, or sleeping with white women, or it's an embargo, or it's a golden cup, all right? So now when the C-hip comes, they ain't going to think any different. You know, they're going to be like, well, you know, the C-hip is here. I need to feed my family. I need to feed myself. They're saying the only way I can do that is if I take the Motb, so therefore I'm going to do it. I've already spoken to my pastor, my bishop, my leader, and they've said that the Motb is not the C-hip, so therefore I'm going to do it. And then guess what, man? They're going to face the judgment of the Lord, because you see, the reason why, you know, the men of Great Millstone go into the subject of the Motb so much is because, first and foremost, that's a major prophecy that's getting ready to happen. And secondly, because that prophecy, man, I mean, if you take that Motb, then that's it, man. There's no repenting from taking the Motb. You can't try and be slick with the Lord like, yeah, I'm gonna take the Motb, and then just before the nuclear missiles come, I'm gonna go get a little whatever, man. I'm gonna take the thing out my body, and no. Once you have allowed the Motb to enter your hand, your forehead, wherever the hell they want to put it, you have you know, you've already signed, you've already been marked for death and destruction, man. Okay, so you don't really want to be playing in them waters, because you're definitely gonna drown. All right, I wouldn't want to take that chance personally, man. Okay, you know, you're better off suffering for righteousness' sake, which is what the elect are gonna do. Okay, so let's go to the book of let's start off here. You know, Lord willing, this be edifying, man. You know, I've just got a few precepts to bring up. And this is Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9, and it reads, "And if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord Yahweh, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel." So these false prophets, man, who are trying to say the Motb is everything, but what it actually is, man, the Lord is going to destroy them, man. And furthermore, the Lord has got them teaching the false doctrine just so that he can destroy them. That's why, what does it say in Hebrews 10 and 31? It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are about to learn that lesson the hard way, man. Okay, so let's read that again. Ezekiel 14 and 9. "And if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. So look, man, these false prophets, these false leaders, all right, and those that subscribe to their doctrine, they're getting ready to be destroyed, man. Because what does it say in verse 10? It says, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So those of you that subscribe to that bullshit that false prophet was teaching, right? You didn't want to hear the real men of the Lord speaking, okay? You didn't want to hear them. Well, guess what? You are going to bear the same punishment of that prophet, man. You know? And the thing is, man, majority of these false prophets, man, they know the truth. They know the truth, but what holds them back is that 501c3 tax code, man. You know, they now, in order for them to get certain privileges in Esau's monetary system, you know, they have to pay tax and things of that nature. They have to subscribe to the doctrine that Esau Edom wants them to preach. So that means if Esau Edom says, right, I don't want you to give them the truth on the Motb, if they want to continue to be exempt from the tax, then they're going to have to preach that, man. You know, we're hearing that Bishop Nate is worth, what, 150 million, man. You know, he ain't in trouble. You know, he ain't suffering like how the hopeful elect are, man. He ain't going through them struggles, man. He's all right, man. To have a net worth of 150 million, you know. But you see, if he wants to hold on to those riches, then he's going to have to continue to teach lies. Because the moment he starts to come out with the truth, then Esau Edom is going to start taking away those privileges from him, man. And, you know, once you get used to a certain lifestyle, certain expectation, you don't really want to go back to the bottom, man. You know? But hey, Proverbs 21:16. He who wandereth out of the way of understanding shall what? Shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. So if you want to continue to teach that false doctrine, then you're remaining in the congregation of the dead. You're more than likely going to take that Motb, and you're going to have your part in the lake of fire, man. Okay? And look, man, I'm bringing up precepts really on why you should fear the Lord. You know, because really, if the Lord wants you to get this truth and to walk right, to go down the right path, the straight and narrow, he will lead you that way. And if he wants you to go off, as we just proved in Ezekiel 14:9, then he will make you do that too. So we have to pray for the Lord's mercy, man, because he could bug us out at any time. He can give us more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, so, you know, you want to pray that he allows you to continue to be fruitful in his name, man. Okay? So let's go to 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 19, and it reads, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. So you had the left-hand side angels, the demons, you had the right-hand side angels, all right? And the Lord obviously sitting on his throne. And the Lord Yahweh said, verse 20, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So, you know, they was having a council in the heavens. You know, the Lord has raised the question. You have the demons on the left-hand side. You got the angels on the right-hand side. Okay, going back and forth. Saying, oh, I'm going to do this. Or I'm going to do that. Oh, no, but we can do this. Or we can do that. Okay, let's read on. Verse 21. And there came forth a spirit, an evil spirit, and stood before the Lord Yahweh, and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. So really and truly, the Lord doesn't even need to have the counsel, because his will is going to be done anyway. But I mean, to make things interesting, and ultimately, it's what the Heavenly Father wants, man. He's the Most High. He could do whatever the hell he wants, man. Just like he's got those 24 angels in the heaven, and all they do, literally, is praise his name. That's all. That's their job. That's their duty, just to praise his name. The 24 angels, man. They just praise his holy name. And that's it. And don't think that they're just some pushover angels and some weak-ass angels or something, because all they do is praise his name, man. Look, man, one angel can destroy this whole entire world, man. So don't ever get it twisted. All he does is just praise. Them 24 angels, they just praise the Lord all day. Yeah, that's all they... Listen, man. Hey, the angels are powerful, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it misconstrued, man. All right? But yeah, he said, verse 22, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. So the Lord liked what the angel on the left-hand side, the idea he presented to him. He said, yeah, you're going to do that. But not only are you going to do that, you're going to prevail. Why? Because I'm going to allow you to prevail. That is the power of the Lord, man. That is the power that we serve. Okay? Verse 23, now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So yeah, man, ultimately it's the Lord that's got these other camps teaching the bugged out doctrine, teaching fables, teaching lies. Man, why is the Lord doing that? And that is to what's the word? To get rid of the undesirables, man. You know, because remember, only the elect are going to be saved. But if the whole nation of Israel receives a true understanding of the scriptures, then how will 2/3 of the nation of Israel be destroyed? There has to be those, the remnant that receive the understanding, and then those that do not receive the understanding and are deceived, and then therefore are justified in being destroyed. Okay, that's the power of the Lord, man. That's the power that we serve, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 7, and we'll start at verse 22. Yahweh Shai speaking, and it reads, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? Because yeah, when that time of trouble comes, that time of tribulation comes, and these false prophets realize that the Lord ain't dealing with them, he ain't protecting them, they're going to be like, wait. But Lord, wait, but I cast out demons in your name, and I did this in your name, and this, that in your name, right? And Hebrews 10 and 31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Let's read Matthew 7 and 23, and it reads, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Now, those are the words we do not want to hear from Yahweh Shai, man. We do not want to hear those words from Yahweh Shai. Okay, look, verse 23, Matthew 7 and 23, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Damn. So that means you're going to have your part in the lake of fire, man. Well, you know, Jeremiah 15 talks about how some are appointed to death, some are appointed to destruction, some to captivity, so on and so forth. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So you're going to go out in whatever way the Lord sees it fit for you to go out, man. Alright, but just know you're going to get exactly what you deserve. Okay. Verse 24, therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon the rock. So yeah, you hear the sayings of the Lord, you walk in the ways of the Lord to the best of your ability, you teach the 100% truth. You know, you're not trying to convince people, for example, that the Motb is sleeping with white women or an embargo, all that nonsense, man. All right? If you don't do that, then the Lord is going to liken you unto a wise man who built his house upon the rock. All right? Verse 25, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is that chief cornerstone, man. And this is likened unto the great tribulation that we're going to have to go through. Yahweh Shai is going to be that chief cornerstone, and the elect are going to be like that house that was built upon a rock. And all the rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew, representing the destruction, all right, that we're about to enter into. And the elect are going to be unmovable, man. You know, because they have their faith rooted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They have the understanding of the 100% truth, man. Okay? They have the correct doctrine. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You can't tell me those people who have who are convinced that the Motb is sleeping with white women or an embargo or a golden cup or sin, right? They don't have the wisdom and knowledge for them to be stable in that time, because the Motb is going to come about and they're going to bug out. They're going to be thinking, oh, well, my bishop or my leader said that it was this, but then I've heard those men at GMS saying that the Motb is the C-hip. They're going to be perplexed in their mind. They're starving, the kids starving, the woman's starving. They don't know what to do. So they ain't going to be stable in that time, because they didn't build their house upon a rock. Let's read on, Matthew 7:26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not. So you hear the Motb is the C-hip, but now you're turned onto fables, you know. It's sin, sleeping with white women, embargo, golden cup, whatever, right? You've been given onto fables, okay? So let me start at the top again, Matthew 7:26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And you know, you go to the beach as a kid, and what do, man? You build up them sand castles, you know. But hey, man, all it takes is one nigger, man, to just come run up on it, kick it, and boom. All that hard work you did just to erect that sand castle is now just gone. All right, well, that's going to be like 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Okay, read it on, verse 27. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew, and beat upon that house. All right, the destruction, the calamities that this can be likened unto the calamities and woe and destruction that we're about to head into. All right, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And that's exactly what's going to happen with the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. You know, because they ain't got their house built upon a rock. They got it built on sand, you know, by way of the false doctrine, not having the 100% truth, mocking and scoffing those that do have the 100% truth. Well, guess what? What does it say in Job 5:22? At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, man. The true elect of the nation of Israel ain't going to be feeling sorry for you niggas, man, who didn't want to repent, who wanted to be simple, who wanted to just follow the trends, you know, do anything for clout, you know, just, you know, chasing clout, you know, just wanted to be a part of whatever group was bigger, you know, had a bigger following. You didn't really take into consideration the sincerity of the men teaching, man. All right, so therefore, you know, you're going to be given unto destruction, man. You ain't going to be defended in these last days, okay? So, we're going to close out in Sirach chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 12, and it reads, Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Oh, is the Motb sin? Is it sleeping with white women? Is it the C-hip? I don't know. You know, destruction, man. It says, woe unto you. Woe be unto the fearful hearts, man. You didn't trust and believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, I mean, we're in the flesh, so certain things are going to be happening, and the flesh going to kick in, and you're going to be like, shit. But then that the spirit is going to take over, and that fear is going to be eliminated, and you're going to rely fully on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But you double-minded people, you ain't gonna have that backbone, man. You're just gonna be given unto your fear, and it's gonna be a wrap. Okay. Verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Right? I don't even need to say anything more on that, man. 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Yeah, so you didn't want to carry your cross. You didn't want to come into the way of the truth. And, don't put her next to me, man. He's going to put her next. You didn't want to come into the truth and, you know, start catching hell and endure long suffering and things of that nature, man. You just wanted to have a jolly good time, living your best life, Israelite party, and yeah, man. So guess what? Woe unto you that have lost patience, man. 'Cause the Lord is gonna fuck you up, man. Straight up. You know, it says, what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? You ain't gonna have no answer. You ain't gonna have no response, no excuse, man. The word been going out, man. Been going out since the late 60s, early 70s, man. So you ain't got no excuse in that day, right? Verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. Yeah. So, you know, what does it say in the New Testament? Continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, man. You know, we're meant to continue in the things which we've learned. Not, oh, yeah, you learn this and then suddenly you get some bright spark. And, oh, yeah, actually, the Motb is this. You know, oh, his name is not Yahweh Shai. You know, some nonsense like that, man. Okay. Verse 16, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well, pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Yeah, they that love him shall be filled with the law. Meaning you're going to have that 100% truth, man. You ain't going to be given unto fables. You know, you ain't going to believe in those lies, man. Okay? Because you're going to be filled with the law. Why? Because you love him, man. And loving means, you know, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Of course, to the best of our abilities. Judges 5:11 or verse 12, we're rehearsing the righteous acts right now. Because we're in this wicked, sinful flesh. So we can't get all the way right now. And the Lord knows that. Okay? We are saved by faith. Okay? We are faith-based Israelites. Yes. Okay? Verse 17, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. Yeah, you got to come into this thing humble, man. You can't be coming into this thing all proud and high-minded and, oh, I know it all and no one can't tell me shit. Come on, man. No, you have to be humble, man. Because the same way the Lord can give you this wisdom is the same way he can take it away from you, man. And that's what Jake seemed to forget, you know. That's why the Lord, he's going to kill a lot of you niggas, man. Okay, and we're just hoping that in wrath he remembers mercy, man. Lord willing, we make it as part of the hope for elect. You know, those of us that are sincere. Okay. Finishing off, verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. And now we understand that some of us are going to have to die for this truth, you know, be martyrs. But that's okay, because those who die in Yahweh Shai shall be raised up first. We know that. We have that understanding. So if that is our lot, then it is where it is, man. At the end of the day, man, you know, this is not our rest. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. You know, we really and truly, we should be in the mindset. We want to get the hell up out of here, man. This place ain't for us, man. And Esau, Edom continues to show that to us every single day, man. These devils ain't for us. They're against us. Okay. So yeah, man, just continue down the things which we have learned, man, and you know, don't be seduced by these wolves coming in sheep's clothing, man. Okay. Continuing the things which you have learned, and you know, pray to the Lord to give you more understanding, to stay in the spirit, and to not be deceived by these cunning fables, man. But yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna bring out in this lesson, man. So Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. And until the next time, I say shalom.